Hey friends, hope you've had a great week and weekend, and thanks again for joining me here on this new webisode of Political Peaks. Earlier this week, I made my way up to the Jim Santee Auditorium at the Park City Library to attend the Mayoral Town Hall on Air and Climate Solutions organized by the Wasatch Back chapter of the Citizens Climate Lobby. The Citizens Climate Lobby, which was founded in 2007, lobbies at the statewide, national, and even international levels to bring about major change to existing climate and energy use policy. The focus of their work here in the United States has been enacting a carbon fee and dividend. Let's learn a little bit more about that goal and the organization as a whole from the Wasatch Back chapter co-leader Lauren Barros.
The Citizens Climate Lobby is a national organization. Actually, it's international, and it was started some time ago by a man named Marshall Saunders to create a bipartisan solution for climate change. Last couple of years, they've been behind creating the Bipartisan Climate Solutions Caucus in Congress, and they now have a bill in Congress, which is called the Energy Innovation and Dividend Act. And the goal of that act is to impose a carbon fee on carbon emissions, so at the mine or at the well, and then have that fee, that money, get returned to taxpayers in the form of a dividend. So it's a revenue neutral carbon fee. And the idea is that it will help our economy. It's good for lower and middle class Americans because you'll all get a fee, we will all get a fee, returned to us, a dividend returned to us that should be more than any increase we face at the gas pump. So that's the general concept.
In order to spark climate-related dialogue across the whole Wasatch Back, the members of the Citizens Climate Lobby's local chapter organized a mayoral town hall event that set out to bring together the mayors of Park City, Midway, and Heber, as well as climate science professors and a high school activist, to discuss solutions to existing climate-related issues in our community. Here's Lauren again with more details on that event.
One of our moderators, Calder McInerney, who's up there, is a college student who wanted to intern with us this summer. And we were meeting earlier this summer and we asked, what can we do to engage youth? We have to talk about climate solutions and with this generation because they're the people that are really going to drive this. And he said, you know, we had a town hall here in Park City last year on gun control, and that brought out tons of youth and high school students and college students. And we said, that's a great idea. What if we could get a couple mayors to be on the town hall? So we knew that the mayor from Park City is really supportive of climate change solutions. And then we also had met with the mayors of Heber and Midway last winter. We had a meeting at their offices in Midway, and they also said, we've got to do something. We just aren't sure what at that time. So we thought this would be a great way to get a community dialogue beginning around these issues of climate change and how we're going to solve this. I think we're hoping to talk about solutions and have each person, so we have 3 mayors, 2 professors, and then a high school activist. And we want the mayors to talk about what they see in terms of challenges and for solutions and what they see in terms of pathways to getting to those solutions. We have one professor of atmospheric science who can talk to us a little bit about the scientific challenges, scientific innovations that are on the horizon, scientific barriers to achieving the solutions we want to achieve. And then we have a professor on environmental ethics who's going to talk about really why we have a moral obligation to seek solutions and seek them soon. Not only are youth going to make up the majority of the voting bloc in the next 10 years, but they're the ones who really have to live with the brunt of our actions or inaction today. So that's one main reason. The other is that every time we have an important movement, so for example with the gay rights movement, we really had to engage every sector of society, and youth really carry the day. You know, they're the ones who can create a whole march. So they had I don't know if you remember a few months back, there was a student climate march, and hundreds of kids showed up at the Capitol on Friday. And that's the kind of energy we need to have significant change.
If you have questions or want to get involved with the Wasatch Back chapter of the Citizens Climate Lobby, send an email to wasatchback at citizensclimatelobby.org. Huge thanks to Lauren and all of the members of the local chapter for putting on this very important community event. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to today's webisode of Political Peaks. As always, follow us on all of our social media at Park City TV and keep it tuned to parkcity.tv for more great community content. We'll have all new episodes of Peak Bites and Political Peaks dropping next week. So until then, have a good one, and we'll see you next time.